people are moving to smaller and smaller units of compute. And what I mean there really are containers and serverless. And so I'll start with containers. People really love containers. It allows them to build in these smaller chunks of compute, which lets them move faster, as well as be more portable. And the vast majority of it continues to run in the cloud on top of AWS. Of the containers that run in the cloud, about 2/3 run on AWS. And that's because while most other providers have one containers offering, typically a managed Kubernetes offering, AWS has 3. If it turns out that what you value most is using the open source Kubernetes framework, then we have our Elastic Kubernetes Service, EKS. If it turns out what you value most is having the deepest integration with the rest of the AWS platform, you use our Elastic Container Service, or ECS, which we can do because since we control it, we can make sure that everything launches integrated with ECS right from the get-go. If what you value most in containers is running containers without having to worry about servers or clusters, then you use AWS Fargate, which is our serverless container offering, which nobody else has anything like. And what we've found is that all 3 of these container offerings continues to grow like a weed, unbelievably fast. You want the right tool for the right job. You don't want one tool to rule the world because there are lots of different teams and preferences and use cases. The problems that people who use containers are trying to solve today, they say, it's wonderful that you have these 3 offerings. It gives me so much more choice. I can use different offerings for different use cases. However, I still have a lot of my containers that I need to run on premises as I'm making this transition to the cloud. And so people really wanted to have the same management and deployment mechanisms that they have in AWS also on premises. And customers have asked us to work on this. And so I'm excited to announce Amazon ECS Anywhere, which lets you run ECS in your own data center. If you look inside Amazon and you look at all the new applications that were built in 2020, half of them are using Lambda as their compute engine. That's incredible growth. Hundreds of thousands of customers now are using Lambda. And so Lambda is growing really quickly. Serverless is growing really quickly. Containers are growing really quickly. And not surprisingly, a lot of customers are using both containers and serverless together.